What is up, ladies and gentlemen? CJ the Cheese DJ here, and we are back with another Greedfall video for you guys today. And today we'll be showing you the Mystic Gunslinger build that we've come up with. Now guys, this is going to be a build, and you can do this as you level up, but if you get to a higher level and you're tired of your playstyle, you can easily change it up using this way. But you can start off initially by using this build. So guys, let's jump straight into it. Now first off, we are going to go into the skills. So you can see here we have started off with the technical side, which if you want to utilize this build, it is best to start off with the technical side of things. But you can currently see here we have 23 points in skills. Now, this class will really just utilize firearms. So for that, all you want to do is fill up your firearms slot. You want to get it all the way to the end here. Now, what you don't want to do is you don't want to go for the anointed weapons. Now guys, once you have leveled up your firearms, you then want to do the trap side. So for the trap side, you pretty much just want to go all the way to the end. So you will then unlock file throw. This will allow you to pretty much throw concoctions and they explode, while the traps just increase the amount of damage you do, as well as allowing you to recover ingredients. Then the skills past file throw will pretty much do the same thing. You can throw them from further away. Your poisoned ones deal an extra 25% dose, your stasis ones cause an extra 50% effect duration, and the area of effect increases by 1.5 meters. Get all those. You then do want to invest in the bomb. This is pretty much going to be a dumping ability for you to use your fury that will build up. So learn that, and then you want to learn the powerful bomb, which causes an area of effect of 3 extra meters. Now grab that. Toxic bomb is up to you guys whether or not. I don't think you really need to invest in it, because by the time you finish utilizing this, everyone's going to be dead. So guys, you can see there we then have 5 points left over. Now this is up to you on where you want to invest. I would recommend investing in the stasis skill, because you'll see why when we demonstrate what the build is for. So chuck it in stasis, that'll unlock the stasis ability for you, and then you want to go for stagnation, corrosive emanation, perfect incantation, and you then want to eventually get crystallization. You can see here we're 1 skill point short, but the main reason you want to get crystallization is because it'll cause your next attack on that target that has been afflicted by stasis to take an extra 50% damage, which is great. Now, as for attributes, this one pretty much you just want to go straight up in accuracy. You want to go to about level 4 accuracy, or just start off, if you're starting off this build, go all in accuracy. Now, if you want to, you can go for willpower later down the line. I wouldn't recommend it, because at the moment you can see here we've got an extra attribute point that we can put in. You could go endurance or willpower. It's up to you. I would probably go either endurance or willpower. I would go willpower, just for that extra stasis effect, as well as the extra 100 magic points. There are other skills that you can use. You won't really be using agility in this build though, so stay away from that. Same goes for strength as well as mental power. You can switch out willpower for endurance. It's up to you on how you want to go. If you go for endurance, you will have a little bit more health, making you a little bit more tankier. Now, as for talents, I would go science level 2. Main reason being because that will allow you to craft your ammo and your traps. Plus, if you want, you can go to a blacksmith or make it yourself and slot in an extra science level, and that'll grant you science level 3. As for the rest of the points, I would go into vigor. So dump 2 points into vigor and then just 1 point into charisma, just to have that extra chat option, that extra percentage to succeed, because charisma is a huge part in this game. As well as that, vigor will allow you to carry the maximum ammo capacity, so you can pretty much keep your gun always well stocked. And science, like I said, will allow you to craft your ammo and your traps. Now guys, the main point of this build is your gun. Now, you can use a choice of either pistols or rifles. Rifles are hit a lot harder, but they have a less rate of fire. So in the end, you kind of have to weigh up whether or not it's worth it. However, it's all up to you. So you can see here the Flint Revolver has a rate of fire of 5, but it does less physical damage and armor damage. You'll find that with all pistols. As well as that, the stun is slightly less, whereas our Infantryman's Arquebus has a lot more physical damage and armor damage, as well as a higher stun rate. But it does have a slower rate of fire. But in all honesty, you don't need to worry too much about the rate of fire, because you can still see there it is pretty damn fast. So don't worry too much about that. But you pretty much want to equip the best gun you have available at the moment, as well as slot in any extra slots you have. As for your armor, the same pretty much goes. You will constantly be changing and getting new armor, so just grab and equip whatever complements your build. For example, we've got the Tien robe, gives us a little bit of extra vigor, a solid amount of armor and balance, as well as that, you know, just chuck on whatever you have available to you. You won't be able to equip the heavy sort of armor because you don't have any points invested in endurance, unless of course you do invest the points in endurance. But you can see there, we've got a pretty solid set there. Don't worry about your main hands, you're not going to be using those at all for this build. Well, very rarely. Now guys, what this build really relies upon is utilizing your traps as well as your range for your opponent. So guys, make sure that you have your stasis equipped as well as your bomb equipped, because this is going to allow you to deal a lot of damage in a small amount of time. Now you can see here as well, we've got magic bombs, elemental bombs as well. You'll mainly be using your elemental bombs as well as your magic bombs. Sorry, not magic bombs, stasis bombs, because that'll pretty much allow you to freeze your opponents. So you can see here, we've got a couple of dudes up ahead. What we're going to do is we're just going to unload on them. And what you need to make sure is that you actually deploy some traps around you just in case. Now, you can also utilize stasis, freeze your opponent in place, and then back up. You can see here, this guy's just hit a stasis trap. We can just empty in him. Look at that, 2 shots, he's dead. So this build is really amazing for just dueling and taking out opponents with your gun. It's such a fun build to play, and when you eventually get your Fury up to max, you can then pop off your bomb attack, and that'll deal a huge area of effect to any enemies in that range. You can also throw your files. You know, you can see their elemental damage to shred out through the armor, and you saw that we fired the stasis bomb. So guys, this build really relies on just emptying your load into the enemy with your gun. You saw that those guys lasted literally like 10 seconds. We are playing on hard difficulty as well, guys, so this is on hard difficulty, and that paired with your accuracy actually enables you to deal a lot more damage with your guns. So guys, what we're going to do, we're going to showcase to you the power of this build. We're going to go kill some more of those dudes, and we'll show you just how easy it is to pretty much deal with them. What we might as well do is we're going to get rid of our companions, just so we can show you how powerful we are by ourselves. Or do we need to have them? Okay, turns out we need to have our companions, which is a bit of a shame. Otherwise, I could show you that we'd be able to swamp all these dudes really easy, real quick. So guys, sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the build video.
To my help, and death to the others! Heal yourself! Things are about to get dicey! Green blood!
So guys, you can see that this build is great. It's a lot of fun. If you want something different, if you're tired of the standard melee sort of combat, you can easily implement this build and just start using it and use guns to just destroy your opponent. Now, the only downside to this is that you will expend a bit of ammunition doing so. Don't worry too much though, ammo is pretty cheap to make. Just make sure that you utilize your stasis, you utilize your traps to freeze enemies and stuff like that, and just make sure you got yourself a bit of protection. You saw there that we did get hit because we actually forgot to deploy a trap or anything like that, but this is a really fun build, and if you want some real stopping power, guns are definitely the way to go. Now, you can also shake it up and use a pistol if you want. That'll grant you a little bit of a faster fire rate, but less damage. But in the end, it sort of still equalizes itself out. So it's up to you on what sort of build you guys want to go for in terms of using guns. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all there is for this build video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the Mystic Gunslinger. What we'll do real quick is actually we'll show you, before we wrap up the video, we'll actually show you the difference in terms of fire rate. So you can see here we've got this old flint revolver. It's got a fire rate of 5. We're going to pop off on one of these bears and show you guys how quick we can kill these as well. Oh, unless, of course, we run out of ammunition, which isn't too much of a problem. But you can see that we're still able to pretty much finish these guys off with our flasks and traps. Now, if you guys are having a problem making traps and stuff like that, check out our other video where we actually show you guys how to farm an unlimited amount of elemental damaging traps, which is really good. But yeah, guys, it's up to you what weapons you want to use. Just use what you have best available to you. But guys, that's going to wrap up the video today. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe down below for more. But other than that, I will catch you in the next one.